And he lays off there, 1-0.
I know the umpire balled that one right there, but it was close enough. He's going to try and establish that pitch in. As an offensive player, you've got to build that rapport with the umpire. He can't give him anything off the inside half of the plate.
2-1 after the foul ball there. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. A fastball that just misses inside. There you see Yonder Alonso. He waits next. And that misses for ball 4. So it's a leadoff walk here to start the second. First offering on its way. He takes a fastball on the inside corner. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. Slider is in there, and now it's 1-2. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
On to first, and they get Alonso as well. A double play. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Coming in is Benintendi. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. He sets a lead off the home half of the second.
Second baseman,
Ian
Kinsler.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. 1-1 offering on its way to Kinsler. A sinker over the outside corner for strike 2. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. Now a drive by Kinsler, deep left field. Gone over the monster and out onto Lansdowne Street. Striding into the box, Eduardo Nunez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. This one nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Popped him up. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1. Stepping up to the plate, Sandy Leon. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. 1 out, nobody on. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
You got to throw that one out the window if you're an offensive player right there. You know this guy is predominantly a sinker ball pitcher. High fastball, he's got to show me that a few more times for me to honor.
So he sets him down swinging. Sandy Leon becomes out number 2 this inning. Jackie Bradley Jr. is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. And he'll try to hold back on the pitch inside, but he pretty clearly broke the plane that time. It's strike 2. Here's a little chopper up the middle. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first. So striding in, Mookie Betts. He reached on a walk in his last time up and later came around to score. Oh, but he thought better of it as he aborted the steal attempt and headed back to first. Before the 0-1, he'll check on first. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. He'll try it again from first. In there, now the throw. And no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. And as the second baseman, Jason Kipnis, in his career against Porcello. He checks in here as a .323 batter. He also has 1 home run. Check the swing there, and Larry Bullard says he held up just enough. Ball 1. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. Kipnis Bats left, but throws right and stands at 5'11". He was taken in the second round back in the 2009 MLB draft.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
And there's the first hit of the game for Cleveland. Standing in, Yan Gomes. Here's the first pitch to him. Way in front of a great slider that time. Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, those were a couple of close pitches right there in the inner part of the zone. Hitters will tell you, pitches in that location are tough to do anything with.
And it's fouled away. Kipnis aboard here at first with nobody out. The 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
These last 2 guys are making him work quite a bit out there. Both have been long at bats, and all in all, he's had to make 13 throws just to them so far.
So it was a strikeout looking there. Yan Gomes goes down for the first out here in inning number 3. First delivery to him on the way. Sliders in for a strike. Now a throw over to first and a dive, but he's back in. Set to deliver the 0-1. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. Riding in once again, Francisco Lindor. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Oh, an ugly swing there. It's 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. A runner on first with 2 away. Indian shortstop behind 1-2 in the count.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
Now a check swing, but that's into the box now. Andrew Benintendi. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Tapper up the line. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out. Striding forward now is the DH, J.D. Martinez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. Kluber's ready. Here's the first pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball here. 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A swing by Moreland and a ball soaring to right field. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. First pitch on its way. Looks at a sinker over the inside part of the plate. This is on the ground over the first. Kipnis has it. And they won't have a play as he reaches at first. Let's see how this is scored. From the stretch. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low.
Well, that sinker is normally a really important pitch for him, but it really hasn't been effective so far. It just looks kind of flat.
And the sinker is over here, and that evens things at 1. Bogarts takes off. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. He's on the move again from first. Swung on and missed, and in now, Michael Brantley. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
And he'll indeed make the play in foul territory for the first out. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a fastball just a bit high. On the ground to the right side. And safe, says the first base umpire, as the throw was too late. Edwin Encarnacion now. First pitch of the at-bat. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
Now a curveball's in there. 1-2 now.
He might want that pitch back, up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Edwin Encarnacion goes down for out number 2 in the top half. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. Here's Melky Cabrera. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Skied into straightaway right. Betts giving chase. And that's the third out. Stepping in, Eduardo Nunez. He popped out in his first trip.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Good looking sinker on the inside corner. Late that time for a strike. And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd with a strikeout, and there's 1 away. No contact on the sinker there, and he's behind 0-1. Leon, a 5'10" switch hitter. He's in the midst of his 8th major league season. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Tried to work it back to that low inside corner, but it misses. 1-2. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Count remains 2-2. 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Still even at 2-2. Another 2-2 offering. Very weakly on the ground.
Hey, he's got 4 foul balls in this AB right here. He's really making this pitcher grind for everything.
A little bouncer. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2.
Wow, this is an unbelievable at bat. I mean, talk about a battle. This is it. Love it.
Oh, and he lets him off the hook there, as this isn't even close for ball 4. So striding forward now, Jackie Bradley Jr. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Swings through it for strike number 2. Inside here with a cutter, as he's lucky that one didn't get him.
Well, when you're behind 0-2 as a hitter, you're in swing mode. Nothing changes that like seeing something hard bearing in on you, though.
Got him to go down swinging there. Jackie Bradley Jr. becomes out number 2 this inning. Kluber pauses. Here's the 0-1. There he goes. Hit on the ground to short. Throw on to Alonso takes care of him. And is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis.
Hitting off for the Indians.
First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a little tapper. That rolls foul for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control 0-2.
Wow, what makes it so tough to be a hitter is to be able to hit and change of speeds, right? You're geared up for the fastball, and all of a sudden, he pulls the string and throws you the straight change, the dreaded equalizer.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. In now for Cleveland, Yan Gomes, 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. The 0-1 delivery. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1.
That's one of the hardest things to do in this game. You know he's sitting fastball. That ball starts to slide away from him. You have to have some serious strong hands and wrists not to commit right there.
Missed with a slider. No runs, 3 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. Here's Bogaerts, the young shortstop. He's got it. Throw on to first, and Porcello's looking good here, 2 away. At the plate, Greg Allen. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Here comes the first pitch. And a breaking ball stays outside.
With 2 outs, they're not playing him to bunt here, and he didn't show it there, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't at least thinking about it. He handles the bat pretty well, and he can definitely run.
Swing and a miss as he ran that in on him. A ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, this guy is 1 strike away from absolutely cruising through the first 5 innings. No need to even warm up the bullpen the way this guy's pounding the zone.
And he struck him out. The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. He's 0 for 1 thus far. In there for strike 1. Toward the gap in right center. This is going to be a base hit, and he may take that big turn at first. He'll get it into second, and he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit. On its way is pitch number 75. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. In the dirt here. And the runner will stay put, but the count moves to 2-0. Here's the 2-0. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike 1. To 2-2 now.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far. Here comes the first pitch. Looks at a sinker on the outside corner. Benintendi leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. And he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Way behind that pitch. It's 0-1. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner. Now time granted here at the plate as he'll step out of the box. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. And he will. Ready for another shot now. Francisco Lindor. He'll get the 6th inning started for Cleveland.
Matty, he checks every box. Charisma, smile, hits from both sides of the plate with pop, defense, you name it. The GM's dream right here.
Behind 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
You know, he's one of their guys they rely on to get their offense going. They need a rally, so we'll see if he can spark one here.
The 1-2. Count still at 1-2. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ballgame. Digging in once again, Michael Brantley. In his last at-bat, he popped out in foul ground. Pulled toward right center field. On the move is Betts. 2 gone. Now at the plate, Jose Ramirez. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame.
I mean, what a diamond in the rough Jose Ramirez has been for Terry Francona and the Cleveland Indians. This guy burst on the scene in 2016, just absolutely set that lineup on fire. They were looking for a guy to bail out Michael Brantley and the production they would miss from him in the lineup, and Jose Ramirez filled that admirably.
High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. On to Lansdowne and gone. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter. Edwin Encarnacion comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Edwin Encarnacion.
Now time is called, and this could very well be to buy a few more pitches for those relievers. Tyler Thornburg, the 5'11" right-handed reliever, enters to take over on the mound now.
Tyler Thornburg.
And now a pitch on the way. And he fouls this one off. 2 out, nobody on. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Moreland has a play. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
Second baseman, Ian Kinsler.
The windup and the 0-1. Hard hit ball to second, taken in by Kipnis, and that's the first out. Striding in for Boston, Eduardo Nunez. He's popped out and struck out in his first 2 plate appearances. 1 out, nobody on. And he is cruising now. It's 0-2. Here's Kipnis now, the second baseman. Fielded cleanly and very quickly there. They're 2 gone to start the inning. Now at the plate, Sandy Leon. It was a walk in his last trip. A ball and no strikes. To first. And he'll step on the bag himself. Ready once again, Yonder Alonso. And he'll get us started in what's officially the back third of this one. And that's in there for strike 1.
Hey, boys, although I'd love to get all over this offense for underachieving, let's tip our cap to this pitching staff right here. They've been able to execute, working all 4 quadrants and keeping this team totally off balance.
Now at the plate, Melky Cabrera. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And this is chopped foul at the plate. He's in the hole now, down 0-2. We're in the 7th inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
You find yourself down 0-2 in these situations, it's tough to check your swing right there. That was a nice job.
And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him up for strike 1.
Sometimes you just got to laugh at yourself. Hitting's the hardest thing to do in all of sport. You take an ugly swing like that, take a deep breath, step out, smile about it, and get back in that box and try and do damage.
And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. This is on the ground over to first. And a super play to gun his man down. Digging in, Jackie Bradley Jr. They'll start things out here against Corey Kluber. First pitch on its way. Just a bit jumpy that time, swung on and missed. Into the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt. Gomes gathers it. The throw to first is in time, 1 down. Here's Mookie Betts.
Right fielder.
Here's the first pitch to him. Takes this the other way to right, but he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the second out. The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 0-2 the count to Benintendi. And he'll step out and ask for time. Maybe trying to get this pitcher out of the rhythm he's in right now. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Brantley is under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is. Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Hey, I watched Tom Glavine master throwing changeups inside to right-handed batters and getting them to pull it foul. If this guy can command that front hip curveball, he's going to go to it all game.
To short. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Now batting.
Ready for another chance? Greg Allen. No hits to this point. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Under it is Bradley, and that'll be the second out. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Francisco Lindor. He was sent packing on strikes in his last trip. Craig Kimbrell enters the game in a save situation, but he'll be asked to get 4 outs here instead of the standard 3. And that misses, ball 1. Wide, 2-0.
I'm seeing him just a little too amped up out there right now. That's common with hard throwers like him. Running a blazing fastball up there is great, but if you can't harness it, what good does it do you?
Popped him up. Leon is under it, and the inning is over. Now the Red Sox DH, J.D. Martinez. He'll see what he can do leading off Oliver Perez. He's on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Sinker's in there. No balls and a strike.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the heart of the plate.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. And did he hold up in time? A look down, and no, he went around. It's strike 3. He's set, and the pitch. Started that swing a bit too early. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. The matchup numbers with Oliver Perez. He's 0 for 5. Grounded back up the middle. On to first, and it's a good start to the inning for Perez. 2 away. So coming to the plate, Xander Bogaerts. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Sends that one out of play for strike one. The 0-1 pitch. And this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first. Just foul. 0-2 home now to Bogaerts. Missed with a slider.
That's a really tough pitch to do anything with. The backdoor slider just
got him looking, and that'll do it. Here's Michael Brantley. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once.
Looking for base runners here as they're down 2 playing on the road. Not an easy thing to do, trying to score runs or bunch hits together off of a closer.
Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. Digging in, Jose Ramirez. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Back up the middle. Bogaerts has it. Throw on to first, and now the Indians are down to their final out. Next will be the designated hitter, Edwin Encarnacion, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. Big swing and a miss at the knuckle curve, strike one. The win would belong to Rick Porcello, barring any late excitement here. A crowd in excess of 37,000 come to their feet. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over. So the Red Sox helped out quite a bit by the start turned in by this man, Rick Porcello. Strike oppose, he's our tops player of the game.
Well, I thought he did a real nice job on the mound, guys. He threw strikes and mixed his pitches really well. And in the end, his performance helped.
from the And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Center fielder, number 13.
Here's the first pitch to him. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. This is foul for the first strike. A ball and a strike now to the Atlanta leadoff man. Tough to get fooled any worse than that. He's in a hole now, 1-2. The 1-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Stepping in for the Braves, Ozzie Albies.
Second baseman,
First pitch of the at-bat. There's a fastball right over the inside corner. And that slider's almost in the dirt. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Couldn't wait back, a swing and a miss. Fouled away. Leon is over to take a look, and no one can get there. It's a foul ball. Looking for back-to-back Ks to start the game. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare, a guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Ozzie Albies is the second out of the opening frame. A ball and a strike now to the Braves first baseman. Here's a ball hit high down the right field line. This ball has a chance, and it is gone. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Adam Duvall. Yes, he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Adam Duvall.
And that misses low and away, ball 1. Ball and a strike.
That's straight smoke at 99, guys. It's almost unfair.
And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2.
Wow, it just doesn't seem like he's being as aggressive as he was before he gave up that home run. Was throwing the ball great. Now it seems like he's a little bit more tentative throwing the ball across the plate.
Popped him up. Moreland in foul ground, and no one will get this one. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Here's Mookie Betts. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Red Sox.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Mookie Betts.
No balls and 1 strike. 0-1. Here it comes. Tried to pull that one back, but he couldn't do it, and it's 0-2 now. And he'll step out for a moment to reassess things here on an 0-2 count. The next 0-2 is taken for ball 1.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
So we got him swinging. Mookie Betts is retired for the first out here in the bottom half of the first. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Hey, there's no waiting around trying to work this guy into deep counts and get into the bullpen. This is a mid-90s fastball guy who loves that pitch and is aggressive and comes right at you. I would assume the offense is going to have a similar approach.
Ball taken there. 2-1 now. And he'll step off and try and reset. The 2-1 home is a curveball that misses high.
Well, this has been a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a heater that he can do something with.
3-2 full count. The 3-2 pitch. Check his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire, so it's ball 4. Here's J.D. Martinez. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and one gone. From the stretch. Fastball in there for a called strike. Throw over to first, but he's safe at first as he gets back in time. Benintendi leads off first with one away. Sliders in for a strike. Now a bluff here as he steps off to looking back at first. And prior to the 0-2, a move to first. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away. So here's the cleanup hitter, Mitch Moreland. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Prior to the at-bat, a check on first. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now. Now a move over to first. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. 2-0 count. The pitch is looked at for the first strike.
Oh, he thanks his lucky stars right there, getting away with that hanger. I cannot believe he didn't pull the trigger on that pitch.
Hot high in the air. Albies moving to his left. And that's the 3rd out. Ready now, Nick Markakis. He'll get a start. in the top of it.
Right fielder, Nick Martinez.
First offering on its way. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Bradley is there. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. The next to bat for Atlanta, Johan Camargo. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A swing and a miss at a ball down. Bases are empty, one man out. Hit hard down the line. And that's through for a hit. And they're able to get the ball in quickly, so he'll be held to a single with one away. Striding in, Tyler Flowers. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. First delivery to him on the way. Popped him up. Moreland in foul ground. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. He looks like he's toying with him here. It's 0-2. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game. Now, the problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
Kinsler's got it. And, the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first. At the plate, Dansby Swanson. Here comes the first pitch. Low with the splitter, ball one. Two 2-0 the count to Dansby Swanson. 2-0 count, the pitch. In the dirt, in time, and he is nailed at second. Here's Xander Bogaerts now, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. And he gets ahead 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Little dribbler down the line. Throw on to first, in time, one away. Digging in, Ian Kinsler.
Second baseman, Ian Kinsler.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and it's 0-1. And there's a swing and a miss as Kinsler's down quickly now, 0-2. Missed with a slider.
He's going to have to make adjustment on that slider away. He can't just make it a non-competitive pitch and allow these guys to take. He's got to start that a little bit more over the middle of the plate to get that swing and miss on the outer half.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Ian Kinsler goes down for the second out in the bottom half. Curveball is nowhere close, and it's 1-0.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2. And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. And he'll start out their half of the third, top of the order to follow. First pitch coming, here it is. And that slider's almost in the dirt. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
You know, sometimes it takes a pitcher a few pitches to get going, but those two pitches weren't even close. Ball's behind in the count, 2-0. It's time to start getting locked in.
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
It'd be great right here if he was able to work himself on base. You got the leadoff hitter on deck, and you know the middle of the order is coming up right behind him.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Here comes the first pitch. Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball 1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single. Digging in for his second at-bat, Ozzie Albies. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Strike called. Now the throw down. Is not close as he's in there with a stolen base. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Here's his splitter that's taken for a ball. 1-1. 1-1 pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
Now here's his swing and a ground ball for Kinsler at second base. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Freddie Freeman. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here. Now here's the signal from the dugout, so he'll take first here on the intentional walk, and that makes runners at the corners with 2 away. First pitch on its way. And this is low, ball 1. Into right field, that's a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score. Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Freeman over at second. Duvall at first, 2 out in the inning. On a big swing there from Markakis. He didn't get it to make it strike 2.
In today's game, if you're not this...
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Leading off the inning, Sandy Leon. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs. But it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
He couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. 1-2 to the Red Sox catcher. The 1-2. And he lays off the curveball. Strike 3 called, and that's going to be out number 1. Stepping into the box, Jackie Bradley Jr. First offering on its way. And, looked inside, but that's ruled a strike. 0-1. And Bradley swings and misses at that offering, and he's deep in the hole. 0-2. Now here's the pitch. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And that is into the visitors' bullpen. A home run. Here's Mookie Betts. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First delivery to him on the way. And that one just missed outside. And a breaking ball stays outside. Now the 2-0. As a slider waved at and missed. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in.
Left fielder, Andrew Benintendi.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a miss on a nice biting slider. Benintendi, 23 years old. He was a first-round pick back in the 2015 MLB draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And that means J.D. Martinez gets hit with 2 outs as well. Here's J.D. Martinez looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. And that swung on and missed for strike 1. Runners on the move for second. And this one's in the dirt. And no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch. 2 balls and a strike. To 2-2 now.
I don't blame the batter for pulling the trigger right there. Those fastballs light up your eyes, and you can occasionally do damage with them, but he wasn't able to catch up with that one.
And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB.
Hold on now. That ball is down and could score a run. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate. Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. He popped out in his first trip.
Moreland.
And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. And he will hasten his way back to first, where he's in there safely. From the belt, kicks and deals. A high fastball is in there. Now a throw over, and he is back safely at first, and that was almost trouble. And he swings here and sends one in the air, deep down the right field line. And that'll wind up a foul ball just to the right of Pesky's pole. Working for the punch out and the offering. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Boy, his pitch count has really spiked here in this inning. He's up to over 50 already.
And the next in is Johan Camargo. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th. First offering on its way. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. And that's inside. Looked like the slider, and it's 2-0. The 2-1 home. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
Yeah, Matty, not only is this guy using all 4 quadrants, he's elevating, getting their eye level up with a quality fastball.
And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd with a strikeout. There's 1 away. Hard hit ball to second. On to Moreland, and that's in time for the 2nd out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ender Inciarte. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. The 1-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2. Popped him up. Coming in is Benintendi. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. He's around second now, and they still haven't gotten to this thing. And he is into 3rd with a 2-out triple. And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First pitch of the at-bat. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him. And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. And they're runners at the corners now. Tyler Thornburg answers the call from the pen here in the fourth as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. And there he goes towards second. Pitch misses the throw down. Inciarte at third. Swanson on at second with 2 down. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Ranging back is Bradley, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And the run is in to score from second. It's 4-2. The tag, and here's Xander Bogaerts now. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Acuna slide over and put this one away, and that's out number 1. Weak chopper up the line, but it's foul, strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Missed with a breaking ball.
Really high curveball right there. Struggling with the release point. That's the key to the curveball. Figuring out and finding that release point.
1-2 now. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him. Settling in now, Eduardo Nunez. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. And the first pitch here is below the knees, but he gets him to chase it, and it's 0-1. We're in the 4th inning of a 4-2 ball game. And he's got himself another one as he picks up. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Here's Bogaerts, the young shortstop. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw. So stepping in, Freddie Freeman. He was given a free pass via the intentional walk last time. Pitch out. Nothing doing. And he will hasten his way back to first, where he's in there safely. Albies gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Runners going. Line drive, base hit. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Adam Duvall. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Drew Pomeranz comes on now in an awfully difficult situation as there are 2 on here with nobody out. Drilled down the line. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. He's running again. He swings and misses. Throw down. Ball's there, and he is out. Good throw. 4 runs, 8 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
Wow, nice job laying off that sinker down. If you could recognize it early and see that it's starting low, you know it's only going to go down from there.
And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. He's set. Here it comes. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1. Hit on the ground to third. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Stepping up now, Sandy Leon. He'll lead things off as we begin the home 5th. A ball and no strikes.
In today's game, everybody's trying to work off the mound north-south, trying to elevate that heater. He wanted that pitch right there, but I can tell you as an offensive player, I'd rather give you 6 inches off east-west than to have you call that high fastball.
And it's 1-2. Hopped up. Koltanevich calls for it. 1 out. Here's Jackie Bradley now. He's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around.
Goes to show you how strong this guy is. That wasn't a bad breaking ball that he hit for a home run in that last at bat. That ball was down and away. He went out and hooked it and pulled it. This guy's definitely a good hitter.
Look out, 2-0 now. Bradley, or JBJ as the initials read. He was selected in the first round back in 2011.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Back goes Markakis. Gone! So the Red Sox lineup turns over, and to the plate, Mookie Betts. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Starts him out with a curveball for a strike. 3 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error on the Boston line score. There's a fastball, pretty close that time, but ruled a ball, 1-1. Now he'll step off and rethink this. So 1-1 home. Is looked at off the plate for a ball.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
And he misses again, ball 3.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
And a fastball misses there, ball 4. Coming to the plate now, Andrew Benintendi. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Daniel Winkler enters to make an appearance on the mound as he inherits a runner at first with 1 out in the inning. First offering on its way. Betts is on the move. Popped him up. Albies is there. 2 gone. Here's J.D. Martinez. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that's taken high and outside for ball 1. Left it up in the zone, but it's a strike, 1-1. Change up just off the black, and it's 2-1. Throw over to the bag, but he's safe at first as he gets back in time. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. The 3-1. And the cutter can't find the zone as he surrenders the base on balls here. So striding in, Mitch Moreland, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. In there, strike 1.
Not too often you see a changeup come across at 88 miles an hour on the gun. Still effective when you're throwing a fastball in the high 90s, though.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. A ball and 2 strikes.
You chase a pitch that bad outside the zone, you got to find a way to regroup, adjust the batting gloves. Only look over the heart of those 17 inches.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. And the next in is Johan Camargo. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Very weakly on the ground. That's a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. Swung on and missed. 1-1. 1-1. He swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. Two balls and 2 strikes now to the Braves catcher. Hit in the air to shallow center. Bradley on the run. He gets there, and that's the second out. Here's Ender Inciarte. He tripled earlier, making him 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Little chopper back to the mound. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. Hit the other way out toward right field. Markakis has a read on it. He's got it 1 away. Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. And that's in there for a strike. One and one. Fouled off. Skied into straightaway right. Markakis on the run. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now. Coming to the plate now, Eduardo Nunez. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Acuna racing back to the track. Next up for the Red Sox, Sandy León. He struck out and popped out in his 2 previous trips. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit to short. Swanson scoops it up. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he's safe at first. Here's Jackie Bradley now, and his confidence has to be in a really good place right now, having already launched 2 balls over the fence in this one. Blake Swihart will come on now and pitch run here from the stretch. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. And this is just off the outside corner, ball 2.
On 2-0, you can bet he's looking for a fastball that he can turn on and drive. Might be thinking about picking on that big hole between first and second.
Now time called at the plate as he'll step out and try and start it again. The 2-1. Grounded up the first baseline. Freeman is up with it. The tag, and he is out. Welcome back to Fenway Park here in the great city of Boston. We're off to the 7th inning now, but first let's have a look at our game summary to see how we got here. First offering on its way. And this pitch just about saws him off as he can't get extended at all. It's strike 1.
Oh, wow, that's what they call a jam sandwich. Wow, not much you can do with that pitch that's in tight.
Now a cutter down around his shoe tops as he hops out of the way.
Well, we all know he can burn on the base pass, right? But that's a little tougher to do when you've got a nice goose egg on your leg. It's tough to do like that.
Count even at 2-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Started to go around, but he's able to check his swing for ball 3. And he checked his swing, but it's a strike 3 called, and that's the first out of the inning. And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. And that one got a piece of him. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. He's running. Pitch inside. The throw. Not in time as he steals second. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 1 away. Heath Hembry comes on to pitch here with 1 man gone in the top of the 7th. And now the runner's trying for third. Hard hit to first. A throw to the plate. Oh, and the tag will get him at home plate as that keeps the ball game tied. And he'll make it back to first as the throw won't get him. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Pitch inside. The throw is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base. Well, they miss with the first one, but then they decide, let's go ahead and put him aboard here. And they'll do just that as you see the signal from the dugout. And that's by him. It's 0-1.
He struggled quite a bit at the plate in this one, so until he shows he can put a good swing on the ball, I don't think they're going to give him anything straight that he can handle.
Behind 0-2 now. Fastball in the dirt, and that's going to get away. So now 2 men in scoring position. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball 2. Albies, the runner at third. Freeman at second with 2 gone. And that slider must have been low. It's ball 3.
Time to focus here. This game is
a swing and a miss. Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Mookie Betts. It was a walk in his last trip. A fastball that finds the outside corner.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself being in the batter's box. When I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the gas, or I am allowed the opportunity to sit on something without fearing going 1-1. When you're down 0-1, your head's on straight.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. Right side, but it's well foul. All knotted up, 4-4 the score here in the 7th. Shooting for that low inside corner, but he missed with it. 1-2.
Well, that's a pitch right there you gotta just lay off. There's a good chance he's going to throw it on 0-2, and if you can recognize it starting down in the zone, you know it's only going to go down from there.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. Now to the plate, J.D. Martinez. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. The cutter runs outside, ball 1.
Wow, count now 1-0 with a real good slugger up at the plate. This is the time as a pitcher you have to really make some good pitches. This is not the time to just groove one right down the middle.
And it's fouled away. Back up the middle. Albies scoops it up. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. Stepping into the box, Nick Markakis. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Swing and a ground ball to third. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Stepping in, Johan Camargo, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. We're in the 8th inning now of a 4-4 ball game. Fastball called for strike 2. Got him, and he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. Standing in, Tyler Flowers. He flew out in his last at-bat. And he couldn't hold back that time. They say he went around at strike 1. And he misses with it, 1-1. And that misses, 2-1. 2 out, nobody on. And he lays off again, ball 3. Swing and a miss much too early, and that makes it a full count.
Is that gun reading right there? Because that just registers.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will. Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far.
Shane Carl
is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Now pitching for Atlanta, number 51, Shane Carl.
Set and the pitch. Way in front of a great slider that time. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1.
That's a great job of keeping your hands back. You could tell he was totally fooled. His hip started leaking a little bit, but he was able to stay strong enough with his hands not to overcommit.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
He's got him on the ropes at 2-2, but I don't think he'll try to get him out with another curveball. He's seen it already a couple of times, so it's not going to surprise him anymore.
Got him to go down swinging there. Mitch Moreland becomes the first out in the bottom of the 8th inning.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. You cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
0-2 home now to Bogaerts. Missed with a slider. And that slider's almost in the dirt. 1 out, nobody on. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3. And every pitch so crucial in a tie ball game, so he'll step out and ask for time. Skied into straightaway right. On the move is Markakis. 2 gone. Into the box now, Ian Kinsler. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And that one just missed outside. Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
A ball and 2 strikes now. He struck him out. The third. At the plate, Ender Inciarte will be charged with trying to get on board, leading off the 9th. First offering on its way. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2. Popped high in the air. Nunez waits on it. Makes the play. 1 away. Digging in to try it again. Dansby Swanson 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts for him so far. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike 1. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. And they'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. To 2-2 now. Slider, and that's hit on the ground towards second. On to Moreland, and that's in time for the 2nd out. So the batting order turns over now and set to go number 13. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Craig Kimbrell has been summoned here and will try to keep this one tied heading to the bottom of the 9th. No balls and a strike to count. Kimbrell pauses. Here he comes 0-1. Missed with a breaking ball. 2 out, nobody on. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
He's going to need to shorten up and get that foot down.
A swing and a miss. Into the box, Eduardo Nunez. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Hey, I don't care that that pitch didn't light up the radar gun. 89 miles an hour executed two-seamer is almost unhittable.
The 1-1 home. Chopped weakly to the left. And there's one away. Digging in the switch hitter, Blake Swihart. First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit in the air to center field. Acuna is there. 2 gone. Now batting, Jackie Bradley Jr. He was a ground out victim last time up. And no swing apparently. Ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That's by him for strike 1.
I know that fastball registered at about 92, 93, but I guarantee you it looked about 4 to 5 miles an hour faster than that for this offensive player. After coming off a curveball, the old push the throttle and pull it is being used.
The count now at 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Pulled toward right center field. Acuna giving chase. He makes the catch, and we are headed to and that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. First pitch on its way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. A swing and a miss at one that almost hit him. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. 3-1 now.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
And possibly an interesting development here. It's a leadoff walk to begin the frame in extra innings. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. The 0-1. Albies is on the move. That's a strike to throw down. Oh, but he thought better of it as he aborted the steal attempt and headed back to first. Now the 0-2 pitch. Runner going a second time. That's through a base hit, and he's got his 3rd hit of the game. Albies is digging for home. In to score is the runner from first. And now the Atlanta number 4 hitter, Adam Duvall. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. But this will be pulled in out there in left center. Well hit, but a rough out number 1. Well, he thought about tagging and moving up, but instead he's back to second. Runner at second, 1 away, and standing in the powerful right fielder, Nick Markakis. Decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Didn't get the call there, but you can't let that bother you. You just have to say, so what? Make another good pitch.
Popped him up. Swihart is under it. And he makes the catch for the second out. Digging in now, Johan Camargo. He went down on strikes last time up. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch goes the other way, and this is in the air out to left. Benintendi is there, makes the catch. Here's Mookie Betts. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. He's set. Here it comes. Hot shot on the ground is short. And through into left field, so the tying runs aboard to kick off the inning. The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi. Sam Freeman takes the ball here as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody out.
Now pitching for the Braves.
Quick check on that tying run at first.
Sam Freeman.
And now they've got him in a rundown. And they got him at second base on a good, smart play that time. Here comes the first pitch. Oof, looks like he's chasing butterflies with that swing. It's 0-1. Well, this one's been a bit of a head-scratcher, despite their home run production today.
Yeah, Matty V, this is one of those that you kind of scratch your head and you go, wow, you hit the ball all over the ballpark, but still, Not enough offense. It just goes to show you this sport is still, D-Roll, all about pitching.
It is. It begins and ends on that bump right there. And there's just so many facets to the game. Defense, base running. It's just not the team that hits the most home runs that's going to win the ball.
Luke Jackson, a 6'2" right-hander, jogs in to take over on the mound.
Luke Jackson.
Outfield in the no doubles defense. Now the first pitch. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Popped him up. Flowers is there. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game. And guys, the Braves were paced offensively this afternoon by the play of this man, Freddie Freeman. What a performance he turned in. He's our tops player of the game.
You could probably make an argument for a couple of other guys too, but it seemed like he had the most to do with his guys getting the win here.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon for the victorious Atlanta Braves: 5 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. They left 10 men on base. For the Red Sox, 4 runs on 6 hits. With 1 error, they left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 37 minutes. Our Fenway Park paid attendance this afternoon, 36,298. We'd like to thank the Red Sox Nation for their continuing support and remind you to please drive home safely.
Into its second century, but still one of the best around. Fenway Park here in Boston. Coming up, we've got a good matchup. Stepping in, Cesar Hernandez. And we are set for baseball here this evening. And we kick things off tonight with a swing and a miss for a first pitch strike as we're underway. Got him to go after that one, and he's in a quick hold, 0-2. Hernandez is a guy you have to keep an eye on in the batter's box. He's definitely been known to drop down a bunt from time to time. That's something he's really good at.
And in today's game, Matty, this is such a lost start. I know you love this one. Guy dropping a drag bunt down for a knock, putting him up, putting him down, getting down the first base line. Definitely sets the tone for the team.
Nick Williams is in with one away now as he swings and misses here at strike one. Line towards center field. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. And in steps Scott Kingery. Man at first for him following the one-out single. First pitch cutter that's by him for strike one. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Runner goes. Swing and a miss, strike three. The throw is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base. Coming to the plate now, Rhys Hoskins. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. And ball four now as he'll take first on the intentional walk. Good lead off the second there. Now the pitch. And this is cut on and missed below the knees, and it's 0-1. Williams at second. Hoskins on at first with two down. And look out as that one ran in and got him. Digging in now for Philadelphia, Odubel Herrera. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. And he comes after the next guy as well. Can't say I like what I'm seeing here. It's ball one. A little over anxious that time as it's a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1. A wave and a miss.
These are the moments right here. You got a good pitcher on the mound. You don't know if these opportunities are going to present themselves throughout the course of the game. You have to capitalize in this situation.
And he comes back to get him. So a great job pitching out. At the plate, Mookie Betts. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Red Sox.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Mookie.
Heavy sinker just stayed inside. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now. 2-1 now to the Boston leadoff hitter.
I feel like when you're facing a two-pitch mix like this, sink or changeup, as an offense, the game plan has to be the fact that you have to get something elevated. You know he's not going to beat you with velocity, so it's going to come down to who executes better.
So digging in now, Andrew Benintendi. First delivery to him on the way. Pitch inside. The throw is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw. Flipped out the other way towards short. And this will be flagged down easily for the first out of the inning. Now in the box, J.D. Martinez as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Tough one to lay off, called a strike. Back up the middle, and that'll get through into center field for a base hit. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0. So here's the Boston cleanup hitter, Mitch Moreland. Here's the first pitch to him, and that one just missed outside. Swung on and missed, 1-1.
Hey, this is the game within the game right here. The hitter has to decide if he's going to change his game plan. Is he going to stay staunch and wait for him to miss over the heart of the plate or inside? Or is he going to adjust his sights and try and drive the ball the other way?
He'll try again, 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with one out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball four anyways.
And the throw pulls him off the base, and the inning's going to continue. And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball one. Popped him up. Hoskins over to his left, and that retires the side. Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. He'll be the one to lead it off against David Price here in the inning.
Wilson Ramos.
Swing and a miss, 0-1.
Some guys are great low ball hitters, but most guys, especially guys with pop like this, they're hunting for the ball belt high and above. So that was a nicely spotted fastball down in the zone.
And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Phillies catcher. The 2-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Benintendi has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1. Now at the plate, number 24. He's ready for his first AB here in this one. First offering on its way. Chopped weakly to the left. He's got to hurry. On to Moreland, and that's in time for the second out. So next to the plate for the Phils, Maikel Franco. Now the first pitch here from Price. And he fouls this one off. Red Sox on top in the early going. 1-0 as we play the second. There's the knuckle curve laid off, 1-1. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one. Stepping up to the plate, Cesar Hernandez. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
As a hitter right here, you have to tell yourself, I can't get too big. Don't let the moment get away from me. A nice bullet in the gap gets the job done in this situation.
And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. Bottom dropped out on him, and that's a strikeout. Leon gathers, and that ends the inning. Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
Second baseman, Ian Kinsler.
A windup and the 0-1. Up around the face. Kinsler, a veteran at 35 years of age. He was a 17th 2003 MLB draft.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
Third baseman, Eduardo Nunez.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss at a ball down.
Well, they got to him in the first inning, which is huge, but he looks a lot more settled into this ball game right now. He's not the kind of pitcher you want to let get into a groove out there.
And there's out number 2. Striding into the box, Sandy Leon. They'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. And a bit too high with that one. It's 1-0. 2 out, nobody on. And a ball and a strike now to Sandy Leon. 1-2 to the Red Sox catcher. And he'll step out and ask for time. Maybe trying to get this pitcher out of the rhythm he's in right now. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Up next will be Nick Williams. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. One and two. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, one away. First pitch of the at-bat. Started that swing a bit too early. Bases are empty, one man out. Hard hit ball to second. Up with it is Kinsler. On to first, and the price is right here, 2 away. And now it'll be the cleanup spot for the Phillies. Rhys Hoskins. His first plate appearance resulted in an intentional walk. And look out! That's the third batter hit by a pitch, and this could become a big problem. So here's the Phillies DH, Carlos Santana. He was plunked with a pitch in his first trip to the plate. From the stretch. And now a swing and a miss, and that's what you call establishing the inside part of the plate. It's strike one. Price pauses. 0-2 pitch on its way. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Well, this is an approach we've seen him use effectively lately. Set up the inside and then get it.
Looking at a fastball to end the. Here's Jackie Bradley now as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. First pitch is a sinker for a called strike one. Ripped down the line, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Pulled toward right center field. Herrera is there, and he has it for the first out. Here's Mookie Betts.
Right fielder, Mookie Betts.
Now here it comes. In there, 0-1.
Hey, I watched Tom Glavine master throwing changeups inside to right-handed batters and getting them to pull it foul. If this guy can command that front hip curveball, he's going to go to it all game.
A ball and 2 strikes now.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And this is off the corner and low, ball 1. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Now the 2-0 is looked at for the first strike. And that's upstairs, running the count to 3-1. J.D. Martinez would be next if they can keep this inning alive. A good knee-high changeup taken for a strike. And now in advance of a big 3-2 pitch, time is called at the plate as he'll press the reset button. This now is hit to second. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does not. It's thrown away. Standing in, J.D. Martinez. He reached on a single in his first truck. Pitch is high, the throw, and he'll be tagged out. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th. Line towards center field. But this is unfortunately right at him in center field as he takes it in for the first out. Here's the first pitch to him. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him. No runs, just 1 hit and 1 error in the ballgame for the Phillies so far. Dribbled to the right side. On to first, and that is 2 quick outs to start the 4th.
Now batting.
Into the box now, number 24. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Down on the shins and missed with it, ball 1. No runs, just one hit and one error in the ballgame for the Phillies so far. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss. Hit out towards second. Backhanded. And he is in there. In now, Michael Franco. And maybe a little extra motivation for him here after being hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Runners off for second. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. A look to first by Price. Back in standing. 1-1. Tried to stay back on the changeup there, but this is chopped foul at home plate. 1-2. Here it comes. And he struck him out. His 7th of the ball. Striding in once again, J.D. Martinez.
Out the 4th inning. Designated hitter.
And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1. Here it comes on 1-1. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now. And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. Reached by way of a fielder's choice his first time around. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
And it's 1-2. And now we'll take a moment here at home plate as he asks for time. Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he struck him out as well, so he's carving right through the heart of this lineup as there are 2 away now. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. 2 balls and no strikes for Bogaerts.
That was a non-competitive pitch right there, and he finds himself behind 2-0 in this situation. He's going to have to locate something down the zone to get himself back in this count.
All even now, 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Swing and a little tapper. Another try at 2-2. A little bouncer. The 2-2 one more time. Fouled away.
Hey, I'm biased to the hitter right now. Keep frustrating that pitcher. Foul 12 of these things off. He's going to miss over the hardest.
And we'll have to leave it. Leading off the inning, Cesar Hernandez, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Back to work now is Price as he gets ahead to start the inning. It's strike 1. A ball and a strike to the Phillies leadoff man. Two balls and a strike to Cesar Hernandez. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2. The 2-2 coming now from Price. Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one. So striding forward now, Nick Williams. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. And a step off. Now the first pitch here from Price. Fouled off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2.
The discipline has just been completely absent from this offense. It seems like they're always finding themselves behind the count, and a big reason why is they're swinging at all kinds of stuff that's not even in the strike zone.
Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
Great job to keep your hands back and not fully commit. The body was out in front on a great changeup right there, but he was able and strong enough to keep his hands back.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Nick Williams. Drilled to first. Moreland's there, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Ready for another shot now, Scott Kingery. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. First pitch on its way. Cut fastball, and he's got to lean out of the way of that one.
What makes hitting so difficult is covering both sides of the plate, and that hard pitch right there that was inside makes it awfully tough now to cover both the inside and the outside part of the plate.
A changeup that just nips the outside of the zone.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in, and they get right back outside. Nice pitch.
Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full. Rhys Hoskins would be next. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout. Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler, as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th.
Ian Kinsler.
Here's the first pitch to him. High in the air into shallow left center. Herrera on the run. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. Now at the plate, Eduardo Nunez. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Swing and a miss as he was way in front of that one.
This lineup is flailing right now. They're having a hard time just making contact, let alone putting the ball in play.
Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Lifted into the air to shallow center. Kingery onto the grass. 2 down. At the plate, Sandy Leon, who was a strikeout victim in his first try. And that misses for ball 1. Lays off again, and it's 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now.
He's been throwing strikes all day, so you're not up at the plate thinking he's going to walk you in this situation. You need to be aggressive and sit hard at the plate.
3-1 the count now. And this one misses inside. A ball, he walked him, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Now batting
from the stretch. Right over the middle, knee high. Leon, the runner at first with 2 gone. Runners on the move for second. Pitch inside, the throw. Yes. And he is. And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. Last time up, he was hit by a pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Now a cut fastball, but that doesn't threaten the zone. It's even at 1. And he'll step off and try again. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Popped him up. Nunez stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone. So now Carlos Santana comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. One out, nobody on. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Count remains at 0-2.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity to put the ball in play.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far. First offering on its way. Chopped weakly up the first base line, but that one rolls foul. And the changeup is way low that time. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. Popped up. Nunez has room in foul territory, and that's going to land foul. And yet another strikeout here. Striding in for Boston, Jackie Bradley Jr. They'll get things started here in the second half of the 6th. And a fastball just a bit high. Line drive to left. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning. Here's Mookie Betts. First pitch on its way. Seared down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. And this is on the ground to first. Could be 2. There's one on to first to complete the double play. The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Here comes the first pitch. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. The 0-2 once more. Hit hard up the middle. That's through, and he's got his first base hit. He's 1 for 3. And that means J.D. Martinez gets it with 2 outs as well. Here's J.D. Martinez. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. No balls and 1 strike. Here's a look over to first, but he's safe at first as he gets back in time. Setting him up inside as he swings and misses for strike 2.
This is why this guy is so effective. He's able to pound the zone, get ahead in the count, and now
and he's into second safely with a stolen base. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. Chopper to short. Kingery's there, and the stolen base winds up as a moot point as the digging in once again. Wilson Ramos. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Tyler Thornburg is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
First pitch of the at-bat. And the first pitch is chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1.
As a pitcher, you got to feel good that you had him out front. Even though he didn't pot commit on that one, it opens up a lot of weapons for you to go high fastball or throw even a better off-speed pitch.
On a good curveball gets him swinging for out number 1. Ready once again, number 24. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Popped him up. Bogarts has a play. 2 gone. Now at the plate, Michael Franco. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss. Oh, he has him looking silly here. It's 0-2. Now here's the pitch. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. There to get it is Kinsler. Throw to first will get him easily. Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. First pitch on its way. A fastball that finds the outside corner.
We're moving right along into this one. This guy's continuing to pitch well, which is a little bit of a surprise because his first pitch strike ratio is still under 60%.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and that'll hold the count at 0-2. Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Keep in mind, people, the longer the at-bat, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. And before the big 3-2 pitch, time is called at home plate. Right side and right into the shift. Kingery ranges to his left. And there's one down now. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. He went down on strikes last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Here's Bogaerts. In the air out to deep left field. Gone over the monster and out onto Lansdowne Street. Now at the plate, Ian Kinsler, 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Kinsler ahead and a 2-0 count.
Maybe a bit of an overthrow there, guys. May have let that front side open up a little early to try to pump up on a fastball and sailed on.
Here it is, the 3-0. And this misses here for ball 4. Just the second walk he's issued here into his 7th inning of work. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Strike taken to throw. He is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. Williams is after it, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out. Digging in, Sandy Leon, trying to add some padding to their lead in the form of that run standing out there at second base. First pitch of the at-bat. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike. And maybe trying to get him off stride at the plate, so he'll step out and ask for time. Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here. 1-2. 1-2 is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now. 3-2.
For the guy in the mound.
Got him looking, and ready for another chance. Cesar Hernandez. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
Swing and a miss got him reaching. And he makes the throw to first. Hernandez is retired, and there's one away. Up next will be Nick Williams. He was a ground out victim last time up.
Your attention, please.
So with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left-hander out of the bullpen. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Not his best effort that time. It's strike one.
Somebody needs to go rattle the cage right here. Take the bats and start throwing them all over the dugout to get these boys going. If this continues, I guarantee you see a different lineup tomorrow.
Late that time for a strike. Bases are empty, one man out. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. Lifted the other way out to left center. Bradley on the run. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. Around second now and headed for third. The relay throw. Well, he is in there with a triple. And in steps Scott Kingery. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. First pitch is a sinker, too low, 1-0. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there, that cutter inside. And that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times, if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with some firewood in a broken bat.
There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game. So coming to the plate, Reese Hoskins. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Craig Kimbrell takes the mound now, and it appears he's being brought in to face the right-handed batter who waits next.
Yeah, you usually don't hear the term righty specialist very often, but that's kind of how they're using him here, Matt. Most hitters have a harder time against pitchers of the same handedness, so we'll see if this move pans out.
So stepping in, Odubel Herrera, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Strike one to start the at-bat. Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one. And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball one. Popped him up. Leon waits on it. And they'll avoid the big inning as he makes the... Here's Jackie Bradley now. Adam Morgan is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the eighth. First offering on its way. And a fastball just a bit up.
Number 46.
Line towards center field. Herrera is right there, one down. So the lineup flips over and digging in, Mookie Betts. The head-to-head with Adam Morgan. He's gone 3 for 4. He's taken him deep once. And before the 0-1 pitch, he'll step out of the box and get his bearings a bit. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
I know you have to protect the strike zone when you get the count to 2 strikes, but on an 0-2 pitch that misses by that much, it's pretty easy for a hitter not to swing it that way.
He throws him on the fastball there. Mookie Betts becomes out number 2 this inning. And it's 1-1. Here's a little chopper up the middle, played on the backhand. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. Digging in, number 24. He flew out in his last at-bat. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here, 0-1. The win would belong to David Price if the lead holds up. Bogarts has it. And a Close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1. First pitch of the at-bat. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. Popped him up. 2 down here in the 9th. So the Phillies batting order turns over and set to go. Cesar Hernandez struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time. Started that swing a bit too early. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. Matt Barnes gets the call here as he'll try and look for 1 out to finish this thing off. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this should do it. Bradley is there to make the catch, and with that, the ball game is over. And fellas, the outing turned in by the man you see there certainly can't go unrecognized. David Price can't ask for much more. He's our tops player of the game.
When you go out there and punch out 11 hitters and you put your team in a great position to win a ball game, you deserve all of the recognition that comes your way.
The final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious
From Boston, Mass. this evening, we're at historic Fenway Park. Tonight, we've got a good matchup in store between the Minnesota. Into the box, Joe Mauer. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. First pitch on its way. And a swing and a miss, so a first pitch strike as we're underway here this evening. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Temperature here at game time, 61 degrees. A 2-ball, 1-strike count to the Twins' first baseman. Just a bit jumpy that time, swung on and missed.
Beautifully thrown splitter right there. High 80s, down in the zone. Looks like a fastball coming in, and then it just drops off the table. You can get a lot of swinging strikes with that.
He's set and the pitch. 0-1 the count. One out, nobody on. And a splitter swung on and missed that time, and that'll be out number 2.
Batting third, shortstop.
Strike. Behind 0-2 now. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Pulled high in the air out to right field. On the move is Betts. He's there to make the play. And here's Mookie Betts. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Red Sox, right fielder, Mookie Betts.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. And the inning begins with a quick out number 1. The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. Lifetime against Jose Barrios. He's 1 for 2. Here comes the first pitch. And it's fouled away. Barrios, a right-hander who stands an even 6 feet. He was a supplemental round selection during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Hey, this boy ain't messing around right now. Attacking his zone, showing a lot.
And we'll have to leave it there. The next twin up, Miguel Sano. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. 2 balls and no strikes to Miguel Sano.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
Hit hard to short. Gloved by Bogarts. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second. Ready now, Max Kepler. First offering on its way. There's Kinsler at second. Right to him. On to Moreland, and that's in time for the second out. Striding in, Logan Forsythe. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Swung on, and this ball is absolutely crushed. Forget about it. On to Lansdowne, and gone. Up next for Minnesota, Robbie Grossman. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Hit down the line at first. And a slider gets away from him here as it just about got him in the ankle. Sent on the ground out to second. Kinsler's there for it. He'll whip this one to first in time. Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. Lifetime against Jose Barrios. He's 2 for 3. He also has 1 home run. High in the air out to center field. Cave has a beat on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Stepping into the box, Xander Bogaerts, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Changeup in for a strike.
Hey, when one of your better pitches is the straight changeup, you can't be afraid to throw it at any count and at any time. And, hey, first pitch, if they're going to take it for strike one, they're going to give it to you. Go ahead and throw it.
1-2 to the Boston shortstop.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Xander Bogaerts goes down for the second out in the bottom half.
Great off-speed pitch right there. He was definitely sitting fastball, wanted to turn and burn. Everything went flying.
Threw it right past him. Settling in now, Mitch Garver. As we are all set to begin the third inning in this one. Garver, a 6'1" right-handed swinger and thrower. He was a 9th-round pick back in the draft of 2013.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Down the third baseline. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. Digging in, Jake Cave.
Number 60.
Slow bouncer to the right side. That winds up foul. Bases are empty, one man out. Skied into straightaway right. Betts has a read on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are two away. So here's Joe Mauer.
Number 7. Joe Mauer.
First pitch on its way. Here's a weakly hit fly ball off to the left side. Benintendi is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. So striding in, Eduardo Nunez. Lifetime against Jose Barrios. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Rosario arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first down. Coming to the plate now, Sandy Leon. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
Watching him on the mound, I'm really impressed with what he's doing right now. He's been really aggressive and confident over the last couple of innings.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball stays high.
That curveball stayed up in the zone. You'll see that often early in the game where a pitcher's trying to find that release point, particularly with his off-speed pitches. We'll have to keep an eye on him, see if he's able to settle down as this game moves on.
Next up for the Red Sox, Jackie Bradley Jr. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. No balls and one strike. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. And this will be fouled away. This is on the ground over to first. And that finds its way through for a base hit. Digging in for his second at-bat, Mookie Betts, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1. No contact there, and it's 1-2.
He's gone to the well with that pitch 3 times in a row. I'm interested to see if he changes it up right here.
A little bouncer. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare, a guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
2 balls and no strikes now to the Red Sox left fielder. And that's in there, 2-1. Leon on second, Bradley at first, 2 out in the inning. Changeup, called a strike, and he comes back even at 2-2. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2. And now in advance of a big 3-2 pitch, time is called at the plate as he'll press the reset button. Now a fastball swung on and missed. Stepping up now, Eddie Rosario, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there.
Boy, this is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like this. 2-0 count. We'll see right here if he lays one in there to give him a pitch to swing at.
Now the catcher wanted it down, and they got him to chase it for strike 2.
So far in this game, he's the only guy in the lineup that's gone down on strikes.
Yeah, and he might strike out for a second time right here.
Got him. So he's down on strikes for the second time here tonight. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jorge Polanco. And that one stayed up a little high. 1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors in the ball game for Minnesota. And this one's too far inside, ball 2. This one skied out toward right. Betts on the run. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Now the number 4 Minnesota hitter, Miguel Sano. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
I mean, that's almost an unhittable pitch right there. The downward action of that nasty split finger, add in the velocity in the high 80s, you ain't doing much with that.
And the cutter got him swinging. Leading off the inning, J.D. Martinez. And they'll need him to get something going here. Now there's a changeup to start him out, but it drops low and away for ball 1. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a little tapper. Here's the pitch. To 2-2 now.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And a good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. Finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. In there, and it's 0-1.
He's been pitching really well so far in this one as we cruise into the middle innings. One of the big reasons why, 80% first pitch strike ratio. If he continues that, he might be able to finish this one.
Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Into the corner and slicing foul. 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss at the curveball, and there's your second out of the inning. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Short, hit hard. Oh, what a stop on the slide. And give it up on a phenomenal play to retire the side. Max Kepler the next to grab a bat. First offering on its way. Now a swing and a miss as they start him out on a pitch well inside for strike 1.
Oh, wow, that's what they call it. Jam sandwich. Wow, not much you can do with that pitch that's in tight.
1-2 now.
You know, you don't face too many guys that have thrown a nasty splitter like he has today. He's had this lineup off balance all game with that
pitch. Swing and a line drive, but this is foul near the seats. The 1-2 misses off the plate. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. full count to Max Kepler, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his zone, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long, epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Logan Forsythe. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one. Here's a shot to left field and deep, and it's gone into the monster seats. Here's the first pitch to him, and a neck-high fastball that time. Laid off as it caught the inside corner. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Tried to work in the backdoor breaking ball there for a strikeout, but he just couldn't quite get it to come back to the corner. That's a really tough pitch to hit if you can spot it.
Hang on. Got time.